I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. I like that.
You know what? Yeah, dude. If you're fat, you shouldn't get food stamps, dude. Hell yeah. Hey, Bench of Fatties. Welcome to Saint Aubin Central, babies. We got to talk about Oliver Stone Tree. Oh, wait, no. Oliver Anthony, dude. Dude, this song has, like, blown up more than the A-bomb in Oppenheimer, dude. Like, it's unbelievable to me that a song could have this much impact. It seems like it's almost had more impact than Jason Aldean's Try This in a Small Town, you know?
Thank God.
But the crazy thing is, like, Oliver Anthony, right? It's his name?
Yeah.
He's not even, nobody knows who he is, dude. He looks like an out-of-work leprechaun, but he has just taken the internet by the storm. You know, I think when did it post? It was like a week ago?
12 days ago.
12 days ago, it's got 30 million views. That's unbelievable, dude. That's like Mr. Beast numbers like a year ago.
Wild.
But it seems to have struck a chord with a lot of people. This is what's crazy, dude. Like, I always make fun of conservatives and stuff, but they've been supporting their own. Even though they're like some of their ideas are a little silly. You know, what he was, I think in some of the lyrics, he's talking about like fudge rounds or something like that. But like,
yeah,
it's crazy, man. Like, I guess we could talk about the actual content of the song. And I critique conservatives all the time. It's not that good of a song from my perspective. I think there's something to it. It's like, it's just a dude in his guitar. It kind of sounds like Appalachia. But again, it's like conservatives, it's like all message, like no aesthetic or like, it's fine. It's not bad. I don't want to say the song's bad. It's better than Try That in a Small Town.
Definitely.
But it's just 100% message. And again, if songs are only 100% message, you can only get so far. But if it's a song that is an incredible message, but with a killer melody, then it's unbelievable. But it just gets a little preachy, you know. I don't like preachy stuff. Maybe in the songs I'm okay with it. It's just in between songs. Don't start preaching, dude. Like, nobody wants to hear your ideas. You're like, we know most of you musicians are barely educated. They're baristas. Every musician in the world is a barista, and they think that they can just share their opinion in between a song that everybody wants to hear. None of us want to hear your opinion. Just play your next fucking song, please. Thank you. Yeah, so it is interesting, man. It's like there seems, with the internet and like the new media, conservatives just seem to be like, they're just rumbling in the Bronx, dude. They're just like, you know what? Fuck you, Bud Light. Yeah, fuck you, woke Disney, you know, and your Hispanic Snow White. We can't stand that, you know. Well done, conservatives. Hats off to you, supporting some. You know, the dude looks like Oliver. Anthony Oliver. Anthony Oliver looks like William Montgomery. If you know who William Montgomery is, he's like a regular on Kill Tony. So it's a deep reference, which nobody else is gonna get. But all right, so let's talk about the song. Like, go to the lyrics, pull them up. You can read some of them. Some of it I agree with. Some of it's just like, okay.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. So I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. That's the first verse.
Yeah. Great.
Pre-chorus.
On board.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Chorus.
Great.
Living
On
in the
board.
new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control.
He's
Wanna,
talking about Canadians.
yeah, I think
Okay,
fucking
Yeah.
Canadians.
So this song's an anti-Trudeau song. Okay.
It is. Yep. Want to know what they think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know it that they do, because your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end because of rich men north of Richmond.
Boom. I'm on board with this
Okay.
guy. I'm on board.
We're
Let's
halfway
go.
through,
Let's
so-
go, Anthony Oliver. I don't know what his name is.
Oliver
But
Anthony.
okay, first of all, we got to be suspect of people that have two first names. Okay, Oliver Anthony. He's probably like some Russian spy, dude, or some Russian cell.
They did say he changed his name. That's not his real name. Fuck, where'd it go? But he did have a name change. He's from Farmville, though, Virginia.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor
R.I.P.
guy.
Real name is Christopher Anthony Lunsford.
Good name change.
Here we go. I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. I like that.
You know what? Yeah, dude. If you're fat, you shouldn't get food stamps, dude. Hell yeah, Oliver Anthony.
But
Let's
for real,
fucking
though.
go, dude. Let's go. If you're obese, if you're pre-diabetic, dude, no food stamps for you. Hell yeah.
I'm actually on board with that one. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds.
Hell yeah, dude.
Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep kicking them down. So, real got a chip on his shoulder for the fatties.
Yeah, like this song started as just like, hey, we're all in this together. You know, it's really hard, except you fat fucks.
By the way,
hey, if you got titties and you're a man, you're out, dude. If you look like one of Lizzo's backup dancers,
Oh my God.
no, sir.
did we ever find the outcome of that? Was there anything?
I think if people are still talking about it, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah. Well, then it repeats the chorus. That's
Yeah.
it. But
That's it?
yeah, then just says, I've been selling my soul working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. And then
I mean, it's like, for the most part, like, I agree. Like, that one verse, I can see where people are like, it's like very like classic like conservatism, like, hey, welfare, you can't be fat and be on welfare, you know? Which, like, maybe, I don't know. But a lot of it's just like education. Like, they don't know what good food is to eat. And also, like, the good food, the healthy food is like so expensive.
I mean,
I can't shop at Whole Foods.
no, Whole Foods
I
sucks.
cannot shop at Whole Foods. And I'm not even in poverty.
Whole
but
Foods
I can't.
is for rich people to blow their money.
It's for rich
stupid.
people or people who are in just an absorbent amount of credit card debt that they're just numb to the idea of debt. And they're just like, I just
Delusional.
need to keep up. I just need this organic fruit spray, you know?
People that buy crystals too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, dude, it's crazy to me that this guy has like really blown up. And I mean, I think because a lot of people, I think they can identify it with it, dude. It's just like everybody likes the idea of like a billionaire until they just start getting a little too, hey, I'm going to buy up all the farmland and I'm going to move this bridge so my mega yacht can get through here. It's just like, yo, dude, what's going on? But that's like, I think that's just the pulse of a lot of Americans. It's
what's it say? This song got 30 million views, and pretty much half the song is just like fat shaming.
for sure. I think most Americans
Are we fed
hate
up?
fat people.
Fed up?
That like you can sum up Richmond, north of Virginia, in a few words that Americans are fed up with fat people eating fudge rounds and their tax dollars paying for it.
I think it is.
I'm very curious why he picked fudge rounds, you know? Like, I can just imagine, like, it's like a traumatic thing from his childhood. Like, his dad used to just, like, tie him to a chair, just throw fudge rounds at him after he hadn't eaten in, like, 3 days, and then he just eat it in front of him.
Just beat the shit out of him with a
But yeah, dude, it's interesting, too. What's interesting is, like, and I've noticed this about just culture in general, like, Tim Pool talked about this song who's like a conservative, libertarian, whatever, center, whatever. But he was just like, this song's amazing. This is the best thing ever. Like, we need to support this. And then you get like a liberal guy, and he's just like, he finds the one thing in the song. He's like, this song's dog shit. Everything's terrible. It's just like, I miss the days when we had, maybe we didn't have the days, but nuance. We can't have nuance. We find one line in the song and immediate, like, this is just conservative propaganda and it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, most of the song's good, especially the part where he just shits on fat people. You know? But that's a good question. Should fat people get food stamps?
You know what? I don't have the wherewithal to answer this. I'm not a politician.
Neither do I, dude. It's fun.
How do you police that? What's the range? At what point is someone FAT?
Easy. This is how you gauge if fat people have food stamps. If you use the food stamp card, you have to step on a scale in order for it to activate.
Okay.
And if it's over 300 pounds, the food stamp card is not going to work.
Can I tell a little anecdote from my weekend?
Please.
So I went to Kings Island, and
how many people couldn't fit on the roller coaster?
Well, so there's one specific person did not. There is a raft ride. Have you seen those? It looks like a big toilet bowl, and like you can't go into it and do that.
They got stuck.
No, but it's you. We waited 45 minutes in line for this thing, and the speakers are blaring like, "There's a 700-pound limit on these rafts. 700-pound limit." And you have to be paired in twos.
Oh, it's two people.
So you have to have two people. So you can't have two 350, cows on there. Well, we get like almost to the top, and then this lady just starts marching down the stairs, and she's like, "They won't wear you. You can't wear jean shorts on this ride. You can't wear jean shorts." And I'm thinking, were those like 100-pound jean shorts? But I mean, there was people were getting turned away. But anyway, at the top of it, they did have a scale right before you got on the raft, and you had to look in front of everybody. Dude. They would weigh you and turn you away. And maybe we need that at the food stamp office. It's like, maybe get on.
Maybe we do, man. Like it's one of those things. Like I don't know. Like part of me understands. Hey, if you're a heifer, you shouldn't be on food stamps. But also the like freedom in me, it's just like, who gives a fuck? Like, let them do what they want. Them being on food stamp, like, just because you're on food stamps doesn't mean that you have to just, like, deprive your life of joy at all. Because most of the poor people, like, they get their dopamine hit from their, donuts and Twinkies that they eat. They just shove their face. It reminds me, similarly, of missionaries. There's a lot of... at least when I was like in church back in the day, there's a lot of ideas around missionaries that they have to be poor. And I remember a missionary that our church served back in the day, a person who like would give to them, went and visited, and they found out that this missionary had a Wii. And they stopped giving to the missionary.
Way? Just a Wii?
Exactly. So it's just like, well, you're on the mission field. We're depriving you of joy. That's like the same logic.
I think it's like a pool or something.
Yeah. It was like he had a Bentley, like that's the same logic as fat people not being able to use food stamps.
Yeah. I mean, you're just saying if you choose a certain life or if you are a certain person, you can't have any joy in your life, I guess.
Yeah.
Dang.
Like imagine actually people trying to pass that law. Hey, we're going to
start weighing people.
We're going to start weighing people at the EBT line. If you're over 300 pounds or you're sweating in air conditioning, you can't get food.
I think they could just judge by what you put in your cart. Then they'll know.
They could just look at you like, no. Like, no, dude. If you have under boob sweat, it's just like, hey, what are we doing here? Or if you're like wearing Crocs and your fat feet are just like overflowing and they're just like sticking out of the holes of Crocs,
it's like a Play-Doh fun factory.
Yeah, dude. If your feet look like a Play-Doh fun factory, you can't do it.
Oh man, we gotta quit ragging on fat people.
I
That's probably half our target audience.
This is the thing. This is the thing about fat people. It's like I'm ragging on it because one day I'm not going to be fat anymore and it's going to be mean. Now it's kind of like I just talk about fat people and then people on the internet are just like, does this guy not know? Does this guy not know?
Is he fat and
He
blind?
could have been a Lizzo backup dancer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So well, yeah, it's interesting. And but the thing that I think most people miss about the Oliver Anthony thing is some random dude just pops up out of nowhere, puts out one song and blows the fuck up. That should be super exciting for any creator in the world, whether you're conservative, Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever. You should be super stoked that some random dude who looks like, an inbred cousin can get on the internet, put a song out, and then it just blows up.
This is like, remember back in 2018, that Mason Ramsey, that kid that yodeled in Walmart?
Yeah.
Like he got like 20 million views in like a week or something like that. It's just every now and then there's like a little musical spark of talent that just comes out of nowhere.
Well, it's so hard to pop off now.
Do you think it's because it's kind of a different genre that's usually in the pop sphere? Because that's one part of it too, is like you don't hear a lot of like real bluegrass, like kind of like Appalachian sort of music like that in the pop spheres lately. So I think when it goes into people's feed, they want to like click on it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, I think there is something about like it's very authentic.
Yeah.
The whole song, it's just him outside singing guitar. It's not like super polished or it doesn't look cool. It's very simple. And then I think the message of it's
right on brand
is really powerful and it reaches a lot of people. And then also conservatives know it pisses liberals off, so they're like, yeah, man. It's probably the 30 million views from that video. It's probably workers at the Daily Wire just like hitting play like over and over and over just to crank the view count. But dude, yeah, it's impressive that it pops off. It's next to impossible to pop off anymore. Years ago, it was way easier to pop off on something, but now it's just you're competing with an electrician, a guy who cleans carpets and rugs, and some hot, big-bootied woman who's trying to, sell her yoga pants, and then me.
How are you in my TikTok feed?
Exactly, dude. It's like, it's next to impossible to pop off. Like, for me, popping off, I get like 2.5 thousand views on a YouTube short. And I'm like, dude, I'm popping.
That's it.
Next thing, I'm Joe Rogan, here I come. But yeah, it just seems the people who are the early adopters seem to have really taken off. But I always wonder that if you can pop off today, but it's one in millions,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think about like, you get a YouTube account nowadays just by signing up for Gmail. Like you don't have to jump through hardly any hoops to have a video content platform.
It's so easy to upload a video, But the crazy thing is like
insane.
I am competing with every other small time creator, but I'm also competing with like Mr. Beast, who's got like hundreds of employees, and all these people who have videographers and professional thumbnail makers and editors and colorists. I'm competing with them just for a little bit of attention.
It's funny how this whole market is where the brands that do too much production don't do well. Like, and you can see it, like it looks fake because they'll always be like a couple weeks behind a trend too, because there'll be like a new sound or like a new video that's out or a new meme. And these like giant companies like Kraft or I don't know, Johnson & Johnson will try to jump in there, but they try to get all their cameras set up and the right celebrity to do an endorsement. And that's why they find out like if they just do like a shit post. Like one of my favorite content creators, well, like as far as a company is Scrub Daddy, because like they are just completely unhinged. Have you ever watched them?
Yeah, where they like wash the cucumber. It's like
like. And it pops off. Like they get
amazing.
Millions of views on every single ad, and they just don't give a fuck. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
They don't, dude.
And like that's the whole market. It's like you got to be like shit posting is how these companies get views now. It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing, dude. And it's I have seen many scrubs that and then like their sales
insane.
just skyrocket.
It's the
Like,
same
I
with
need one of those.
Special Olympics or Paralympics.
Ooh, those thumbnails.
Like, but they get views. They get donations. It's borderline immoral what they do, but
Dude, that's too funny.
oh,
My gosh.
it's where we live.
Have you been following the is that my cable? Hello. Okay. Have you been following the Disney drama? And again, this is all the conservatives. And one day I promise, dude, I'm gonna get back to shitting on liberals. I swear. But conservatives are so much fun because they tuck in their shirts, look like an Amish community. Pull up, just like look up like the whatever Disney Snow White news.
Yeah.
She's under some hot water from. Basically, she wanted to depict Snow White as like the modern woman.
Yeah, like independent woman,
Yeah.
doesn't need a man.
Which is crazy. It's just like, that's the crazy, because I think Disney has been taking like a, what do you got?
Well, there's two. I just typed in Snow White 2024 controversy, and there's two items.
It's 2023.
Well, it's coming out in 24 or 1937. One, they're casting a Latina actress as Snow White.
Latinx.
So thank you, Latinx. And the second part is that they also cast non-little people to be the dwarves.
Yeah.
That's also...
Isn't that crazy?
Honestly, I'm very surprised. Like, this is the perfect moment
This
to
is
bring
my
in
guess.
little people.
Is that what's the politically correct term? Is it little people?
I believe...
It's not midgets anymore.
Yeah, it's supposed to be little people.
It's not dwarves.
It's like the TLC show Little People, Big World.
Okay. Little people, which seems the most
It feels
derogatory.
demeaning. It really does.
There's really no way to say it.
Yeah, there's no good.
Shorties, shotties. We could kind of rebrand them to, hey, those are the shotties, you know? Yeah, that's
the hot ones.
That's the funny thing about Disney. So like they get accused of like going woke because Buzz Lightyear's gay and Little Mermaid's black. But then they have a layup.
Yeah.
A layup casting a bunch of little people for dwarves. And then they're like, no, we need to put in a Jew and an Italian and some kid from the Congan sand mines, you know? That's so interesting. Like, why wouldn't they?
I'm trying to find everyone that they cast, but...
Because people are always like, you know, like, what's the... There's so many shows where people were just like, why didn't you cast... Oh, The Upside. Why didn't you cast a quadriplegic man as the main character? That's rude. It's just like, what are we talking about, dude? Like, so you can't, unless you have jaundice, you can't be a Simpsons voice actor. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, the Hank Azaria one I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Like with The Simpsons, where it's like he had that character for decades.
Yeah.
No problem. And then suddenly out of the woodwork, he's like, you shouldn't do this anymore.
Yeah, because it's like, where do you draw the line? Because they're not real.
Yeah,
it's a character. Like even just like real life actors, they're just acting. So it's just like, the actor's name isn't Clint. That's really insensitive.
Yeah,
to people named Clint.
Oh, I'm trying to find. Okay, I can't tell if this means like internet trolls or trolls, but it says trolls slam the actress for being Latina when Disney's animated portrayal of Snow White was German. Oh, trolls, like internet trolls. Okay, sorry.
Oh, they're upset that it. But that's the thing.
So
that
it's supposed to be German fairy tale, I guess. But so that's one controversy. Boy, I'm just trying to find everything with the little people though.
Well, okay, so but with, is it Rachel Zelger? Isn't that her name or something like that?
Yeah.
That it doesn't bother me that someone of a different race or ethnicity plays a main character. That doesn't bother me at all, because it's not like they're not trying to just like. That's what conservatives. They're just like they're trying to eradicate white people.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize they cast regular height people and then they're using CGI to shrink them later. I thought they just were like reimagining them as like 6'5".
No, they're little people.
They're gonna shrink them down.
Yeah.
They're gonna spend all this money.
Just think about like they're
That's so
spending so much
stupid.
money to make little people. And they could have just hired little people and paid them half the salary. You know?
But I mean, they would have saved a lot more in CGI budget if you really think about it. At least half of the budget.
It's comical, dude. It's all comedy. Disney, this is where it just doesn't make sense. Could you imagine the toil that the creators at Disney felt? They're just like, okay, we either cast little people and then people are like, that's too on the nose, or we just cast the rainbow of people and then we'll appeal to more people. And then they cast the rainbow of people.
That is the thing that I like, the rainbow of people. Like, I don't know, that seems so silly. Like,
it seems like a very silly thing.
I had no idea they were shrinking them with CGI. That seems so like a slap in the face to anybody.
Because it's just like there's probably not a many roles for little people in Hollywood.
Well, they're trying to break free from those roles.
Like is a little person gonna be a leading actor?
R2D2.
Yeah, on wheels. You know, like, could you imagine The Notebook with a little person? I couldn't.
What do you want?
I want you to be taller. My God. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. People they're just a little too reactive to it. I think this is a layup for Disney and they missed the opportunity. But
I think the movie's gonna just suck in general. Though.
I mean, Disney hasn't really. Again, they're.
I'm not a big Disney guy,
Disney is doing the same thing that it's like all message. They're like trying to send a message like we're inclusive, we care about all the stuff, but it's just like you can't force it.
Well, and I was seeing like people react to it as well of like, because she's saying, well, we're just trying to reimagine Snow White. Like, she doesn't need a man. And like, I'm like, the whole fucking point of the story is that she's trying to find like Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Like,
and like, this is the thing, like a lot of,
I'm not mad about it, but
a lot of women still want that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of women want to find their Prince Charming and a lot of men just want to dick down, you know?
Well, we already have Mulan. Mulan didn't need a man.
No, she was a man.
Yeah.
They should have cast a trans actor to play Mulan.
Now that's a whole other thing.
Dylan Mulvaney. Or maybe Dylan Mulvaney.
My God.
That wasn't even a good accent.
I can't be on this anymore.
Please, dude. I can't wait till all this stuff resurfaces. And they're just like, he said this. And I'm like, you don't even know the worst of it. Yeah, so we'll see. It seems like a lot of people aren't watching Disney much anymore. Because like Marvel's shit in the bed. It's just too much.
I don't like it. I have been out of that whole game for I don't know how long. Like Marvel and just every Disney movie.
I watched like the last Spider-Man was like the thing that I was like stoked about, and then since then I don't think I really watched anything.
The animated one or the
the
No
Way Home
one
with the multiverse.
I only saw the one with Michael Keaton. That was the only one I saw of that.
Actually,
series.
You know what I saw that I thought was pretty decent? The Flash.
Really?
I was surprised.
Really?
I liked it.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
I was surprised, even though like it's kind of a bummer, dude. There's like lost all this money because their one Ezra whatever just went wild.
Oh yeah, he like I don't know what he did, but there's also controversy.
He did some wild shit.
Oops.
I think he was like I don't know. I don't even know, dude.
Spread that rumor.
Don't go to Hollywood. Thanks for listening, everybody. I think we're done here. Have a good day. Stay strong. Don't eat fudge rounds.